Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of Scouting 5, recapping scouting news from around the world for the week of July 27th, 2020. I'm Scouter Ken, and today I'm recording from St. Albert, Alberta. A Scouts BSA troop in the Smyrna, North Carolina area is receiving an outpouring of support from their community after a story about two of their kayaks being stolen broke. News Channel 12, a news network in the area, aired surveillance video which actually showed people stealing two kayaks from Troop 252 before taking off in an SUV. Evidently the kayaks were either along the shore or in a trailer, and people just pulled up in their SUV and made off with two kayaks, all the while troop leaders and some of the youth watched helplessly from the water. They were out on the water at the time and were unable to paddle back to the shore in time to stop the theft. So far, the two people who stole the kayaks have not been caught, but several people in the community have expressed a desire to help the troop. One of those people is a gentleman by the name of Skip Barnett. He drives a tractor trailer for a living, but last Thursday he took a break from his busy schedule to help the troop out, delivering two brand new kayaks to the troop. He'd actually reached out to News Channel 12's partnering radio station, V103.3, and together they purchased the two kayaks along with additional life vests to hand over to the Scouts. The summer of 2020 has of course been characterized by the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and its attendant lockdowns, but for many Boy Scouts of America troops, it has not been an idle summer even so. And if we head over to the Mississippi Valley Council, which despite the name is actually centered around the state of Indiana and maybe some of the surrounding states as well, leaders at the Sokonoke Scout Reservation wanted to do something special for Scouts in the area. And so they held a 2-day event. Scouts had to sign up in advance to allow instructors to find ways to align with state mandates. But the Scouts were able to participate in small groups doing things like climbing walls, zip lines. There were some shooting sports available as well, and about 40 to 50 Scouts were actually able to make it out to the activities at the Scout Reservation. Youth and team members are, of course, required to wear masks. Every piece of equipment was thoroughly cleaned after every use. But they still had about 5 different scout groups out there for the weekend, switching on and off at each activity station, having a little bit of fun in the summer weather. And that's cool to see. And sticking with BSA for one more story, there has been an announcement from the city of Monrovia. Well, not from the city of Monrovia, but in the city of Monrovia in California. Over the past 3 years, with the support of American Legion Post 44, which is the chartering organization for Scouts BSA Troop 66, the troop is happy to announce that along with Troop 66B, their boys troop, they are forming and actively recruiting for Troop 66G, which is their girls troop. And you'll recall that within the Scouts BSA organization, they do admit female membership now, but technically boys and girls are required to be in separate troops. Most groups seem to adopt a solution like Troop 66, which is to say that they have a Troop 66B and a Troop 66G. I imagine, though, that they meet on the same night in the same space and share some leadership structure. The girls troop will, of course, have the same unbelievable opportunities offered by the boys troop. They will also be partnered with Sea Scout Ship 66, and the Scouts BSA Learning for Life Infantry Explorers program out of the Joint Forces Training Base in the area. The Scouts will be able to learn leadership starting at the patrol level, all the way up to running a troop. They will be able to take advanced leadership courses such as the Cedar Badge, the National Youth Leadership Training, Powderhorn, and Introduction to Leadership Skills for troops. As well, girls who join the troop will be regularly active within their community, doing such things as, community service, working with the local government, taking part in parades, working with local and surrounding veterans and the Knights of Columbus organization. They'll also be able to partake in a host of adventures in the Monrovia area, including whitewater rafting, long-term camping, rock climbing, shooting, archery, swimming, life-saving skills, first aid training, water survival training, land navigation, wilderness survival, and, of course, the merit badges. Always, always the merit badges. And who knows, some of them may even earn Eagle one day. Moving over to the UK, Beavers from Keyhaven were among the first in the UK to return to face-to-face meetings this last Wednesday, just 2 days after getting the go-ahead from the Scout Association. And when I say last Wednesday, I'm recording this on Thursday, so I don't mean yesterday, I mean a week prior. Either way, the group of youngsters youth between the ages of 6 and 8, that's Beaver Scouts in the UK, enjoyed socially distanced activities in an outdoor woodland setting. There are more than 7,700 beaver groups in the UK, by the way, and both the 15th New Forest, South Milford, and the Keyhaven colonies were among the first of those to meet again since the Scout Association allowed again for face-to-face meetings to take place, following the easing of lockdown restrictions in the UK. Within the Keyhaven group, one of their scouters actually wrote up a 52-page COVID policy that defined how beavers should be allowed to return to meetings. So, well done, good sir. And finally, the Barbados Boy Scouts of Association, BBSA, has appointed longstanding Deputy Chief Commissioner Trevor Jones to its top post of Chief Commissioner. The appointment was made at the annual general meeting of the National Scout Council of Barbados, which was held last month, June 23rd. The meeting, which was, of course, held virtually because many meetings are, of course, being held virtually in response to the pandemic, was presided over by the Chief Scout of Barbados, Sir Marston Gibson, and saw about 40-odd members of the scouting community in attendance, in particular the governing body of the scouting organization in that country. Mr. Jones, who was acting as Chief Commissioner since January, was unanimously elected, and he actually became only the 7th person to hold that office in the 108-year history of the Barbados Scout Association. In his inaugural address, which was also released on social media, it was done via video, Jones thanked members of the council for expressing their faith in him and for entrusting him with what he called an important duty. He further stated that his primary objective as Chief Commissioner is to make the association the organization of choice for the male youth of Barbados. And here I learned something. Apparently, Barbados is one of the few countries remaining in the world where scouting is limited to male membership. Now we know. For his part, Jones is also a group scout leader at Harrison College, and he joined the association in 1978 at the age of 11, rose through its youth ranks, and of course then through its leadership ranks, and now obviously to the top rank within the country. He has undergone training in Costa Rica, the USA, and Canada. He's also received numerous awards from the BBSA. His wife is also a group scout leader and deputy district commissioner for the Bridgetown district in Barbados. And that is all the news I have for you this week. I apologize for the lateness of the episode this week, but thank you for listening, and until next time, be prepared.